Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Ready. White 25.
50 seconds to Mike.
Come on. Sunday.
I got you. 36, 37.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got?
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here comes the boom. I see you, boy. I see you.
Ready.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, QB. Come on. Hatchet.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
Easy. Check 3. Slam.
From the gun, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it. It's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common, but one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here we go.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey.
6.
45 to Mike.
Exit.
Hey, let's get him home.
Stay hot.
Garoppolo gives to Breida. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 19-yard line.
First down, 49ers.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
11.
Tighten up. Watch the safety creep.
Stay hot.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 16-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Niners 7, Buccaneers nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout.
Easy. Sponge. Sonic. Go. Let him go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught by Mike Evans. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Green, triple T. Easy. Let him go.
Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Quick dash.
One, Omaha.
Check. Crunch.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was, and if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Wait.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Easy. Hey, play that.
To throw, Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 51 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Here we go. 180!
Check girls.
Check.
Check, turn it up. 25, check 25, check 25.
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now it's Breida. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Like 20!
45. Wild Bill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The quick slant caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll bring it a few... Past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
A first down. Not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 24-yard line.
Ready?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
White. Bang, 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 bang.
Check 22.
Check, bomber. 22. Check, bomber.
Say. Hey, switch gears.
Let's go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Let's get that ball right here.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. And that's complete. It's Watson. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
Check, come on. Sunday. Easy. Back easy.
Winston now to throw on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Easy. Let's go.
They go play action. Winston. He's going to let this go. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards on the ground.
Here we go.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
The 23-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. Watch safety creep. Safety.
White.
Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go. 180.
Mike, 45. Here we go, D. Rush in.
21. Hey, gun. 11. Go ahead.
On first down, here's Breida. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here we go.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Push him back.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Hey, Charlie.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast. But a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
We play to win. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play action now. Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Brashad Perriman saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go. 11.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Man out. Slam.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready. Black 25 behind.
Watch the curl. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. He's checking. Crash.
Let him go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Follow.
Come on, Trot. Right there, 54 Mike.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Check three.
Let's go.
Play fake. Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Hey, let's get there. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Jameis to throw it. He sets to fire deep. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Justin Watson in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is down to a field goal. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Here we go.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run again with Breida. Levante David in on the tackle.
And we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
And a 49er first down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 21, 21. Here we go.
Switch! Switch!
Hey, alert! 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 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. 45.
Here we go.
65, 65.
Check 45.
Hey, my 7.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo will find Goodwin here on the right side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. This is Breida. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Get up! Get up!
I got you. 2, 2, 2.
45 to Mike.
Go ahead.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
21. Here we go.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down.
Check nickel.
21.
Kill.
They run for it with Breida. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
First down, 49ers.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
2. Quickstone, travel.
Coleman down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Here we go.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face a third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then, the penalties got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Easy. 4 down. Easy. Hey, gun.
Here's Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The end result, 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Flip it.
Alert 3.
Green, triple T. Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Easy.
On play action, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check hot route. Hot.
The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. And that is incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Like 21, Omaha.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
45. Mike, 45. Blue game.
21.
Check the backer.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. 180.
Here I come. 45 to Mike. Yeah. You don't want none. Shift.
21.
Check Mike, 45.
From the 44, Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
13.
45. What's the curl?
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing on second and long. Winston. And this is caught by Evans. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Winston. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. Winston now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Garoppolo looking to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is Breida. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Crunch time, defense. 45. Mike, 45. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Back to throw, Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The rookie first-rounder, Jonathan Abram, there to knock it away. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here's Ellington. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Now Gold for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready. Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Here's Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Easy. 56.
Winston to throw. He's got Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Wait. 56 to Mike. Whoa, to Mike. Watch the screen.
Easy. Hey.
Check 56. Know your job. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Winston. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete. Intended for Justin Watson. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
To the air again with Winston. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. 16 yards, a first down.
That's another Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.